Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Englo Talks. We're so happy you're here with us today. If you're learning English and want to sound more natural in daily conversations, then today's episode is going to help you a lot.
Hey everyone, I hope you're having an amazing day. Honestly, today's topic is one of those topics that English learners hear all the time, but don't always know how to use correctly.
That's true. I remember when I first started teaching English, many learners would say things like, I maybe go tomorrow, or perhaps I can do it. And I was like, close, but not exactly right.
Yeah, small grammar mistakes can make your sentence sound unnatural. But don't worry, because today we're going to make everything super simple and easy to understand.
Today, we'll learn how to use may, might, perhaps, and often correctly in English conversations. These words are extremely common in movies, podcasts, daily conversations, and even at work or school.
Exactly. We'll talk about possibility, uncertainty, frequency, polite speaking, and natural expressions people really use every day.
By the end of this episode, you'll be able to say things like, I might go later, perhaps she's busy, or I often drink coffee in the morning, naturally and confidently.
And we're also going to show you common mistakes learners make so you can avoid them easily.
Oh, yes, and make sure you stay until the practice section because we'll give you real situations where you can test your English skills.
All right, grab your coffee, relax, and let's jump into today's lesson.
Let's start with the basic idea of these words. First, may and might are modal verbs. We use them when we talk about possibility.
Right, they usually mean something is possible, but not 100% certain.
The basic structure is very simple. Subject plus may or might plus base verb.
For example, I may call you later. She might come tonight. They may visit us tomorrow. He might forget.
Notice something important. After may or might, we always use the base form of the verb, not comes or coming.
Exactly. So we say, she may come, not she may comes.
Now, many learners ask, what's the difference between may and might?
Good question. In modern English, both are often used similarly, but sometimes might sounds a little less certain.
For example, it may rain today means there's a good possibility.
But might rain today can sound a little more uncertain.
Honestly, though, in everyday conversation, native speakers often use them almost the same way.
Let's give some real-life examples. I may order pizza tonight. We might watch a movie later. My friend may join us. I might stay home this weekend.
Oh, I use this all the time, especially when I don't want to promise something.
Same here. Like when someone asks me, are you coming tomorrow? I often say, I might.
That's such a natural answer.
Now let's talk about perhaps. Perhaps is an adverb, and it also talks about possibility.
But it sounds slightly more formal than maybe.
Yes. For example, perhaps she's busy. Perhaps we should wait. Perhaps they didn't hear us.
You'll hear perhaps in conversations, podcasts, interviews, and books.
Here's a quick comparison. Maybe he's tired. Perhaps he's tired.
Both are correct, but perhaps sounds softer and a little more formal.
Now let's move to often. Often is different because it talks about frequency, how regularly something happens.
The basic structure is subject plus often plus verb.
Examples. I often read at night. She often forgets her keys. We often go to that cafe. They often study together.
And with the verb to be, often usually comes after the verb.
Right. He is often late. She is often tired.
Let's practice together. Listen carefully. I often drink tea. She may call later. They might be busy. Perhaps we should leave now.
Can you make your own sentence with often? Pause for a moment and say one sentence out loud.
Great practice. Speaking out loud really helps your fluency.
Now let's look at negative forms. For may and might, we say may not and might not.
Examples. I may not go. She might not understand. We may not have enough time.
Native speakers also say might not very often in casual conversation.
Here's a question for everyone listening. Can you write one sentence with may and one with might in the comments?
And try using real situations from your life. That makes learning easier and more personal.
Another important thing, don't confuse often with always.
Yes, often means many times, but not every time.
For example, I often exercise doesn't mean every single day.
But I always exercise means every time.
That's a huge difference.
All right, quick summary. May and might talk about possibility. Perhaps also talks about possibility, but sounds more formal.
Often talks about frequency, and remember, simple grammar plus lots of practice equals natural English.
Now let's build on that and talk about more natural and connected uses of these words in real conversations.
Yes, because knowing grammar is one thing, but using it naturally is something else.
Let's start with may for polite speaking. Sometimes may is used to ask permission politely.
Exactly. May I come in? May I ask a question? May I use your phone?
This sounds more formal and polite than can.
Right. Native speakers often use can in casual conversation,
Can I sit here?
but in formal situations, may sounds more respectful.
Like at work, school, or when talking to someone older.
Here's a dialogue example. May I leave early today? Yes, you may.
That sounds very polite and professional.
Now let's talk about might for suggestions.
Oh yes, native speakers often use might to give soft suggestions. You might want to check your email. You might bring an umbrella.
I love this structure because it sounds gentle, not aggressive.
Exactly. Compare these. Check your email. You might want to check your email.
The second one sounds much friendlier.
Now let's look at perhaps in conversation.
Perhaps is often used when people are thinking carefully or speaking thoughtfully.
For example, perhaps we should talk later. Perhaps there's another solution. It sounds calm and intelligent.
But in casual conversation, people often use maybe more.
That's true. So if you're talking with close friends, maybe sounds more natural.
But perhaps is excellent for improving your vocabulary and sounding more advanced.
Now let's talk more about often in daily life.
Often is extremely useful because we constantly talk about habits and routines.
Examples. I often wake up late on Sundays. My parents often watch old movies. We often eat dinner together.
You can also combine often with other time expressions. I often go jogging in the morning. She often studies at night. Here's a quick practice activity for everyone listening. Complete this sentence. I often blank after work.
Nice. There are so many possible answers. I often relax. I often cook. I often watch YouTube.
Now, let's compare formal and informal speaking.
Informal. Maybe he's busy.
Formal, perhaps he's busy.
Informal. Can I ask something?
Formal, may I ask something?
See how small changes can change the tone completely?
Here are 3 important tips. First, use may for polite permission. Second, use might for softer suggestions or uncertain possibilities. Third, use often to describe routines naturally.
Those 3 tips alone can improve your English conversations immediately.
Here's another mini dialogue. I might go shopping later. Oh, really? I may join you.
That sounds very natural and friendly.
Another one. Perhaps we should leave now. Yeah, it might rain soon.
That sounds like real English from daily life.
Now we want you to write one polite sentence using may in the comments.
And try making one sentence with often about your daily routine.
Practice is everything. Even one sentence every day helps a lot.
Quick review time. May can ask permission politely. Might gives softer suggestions or uncertain ideas. Perhaps sounds thoughtful and formal.
Often describes repeated actions and habits. And the more you hear these words in context, the more natural they'll become. All right, now let's move to another very important part, sounding natural and polite in real situations.
This is where many learners improve from good English to natural English.
Let's imagine everyday situations. For example, you're meeting friends after work.
You could say, I might be a little late. That sounds natural and relaxed.
Or maybe you're unsure about your weekend plans. I may visit my cousins this weekend.
Notice how these expressions help you avoid sounding too direct or too certain.
Exactly. English speakers often soften their sentences.
Here's another situation. Someone asks, do you like spicy food?
You could answer, perhaps a little, but not too much.
That sounds thoughtful and polite.
Now, let's talk about tone. Tone is extremely important in English.
Yes, your grammar can be correct, but your tone also matters.
For example, you should check your spelling. Sounds direct.
But you might want to check your spelling. Sounds softer and kinder.
Native speakers use this kind of language all the time at work.
Especially in professional emails and meetings.
Let's practice a few more situations. Your friend looks tired.
You could say, you might need some rest.
Someone forgot their umbrella.
It may rain later.
You're thinking carefully during a discussion.
Perhaps there's another way to solve this problem.
See how useful these words are?
They're everywhere in real English conversations.
Now let's focus again on often, because frequency words are super important for fluency.
Yes, native speakers use frequency adverbs constantly. Often, usually, sometimes, rarely, never.
Compare these. I go to the gym and I often go to the gym.
The second sentence gives much more information.
Here's a natural conversation. What do you do after dinner?
I often watch Netflix.
Or, how do you practice English?
I often listen to podcasts.
Hopefully, Englo Talks podcasts.
Of course.
Another important point, pronunciation.
Ah, yes. Some people pronounce often with a silent T, like often.
Others pronounce the T clearly, often.
Both pronunciations are accepted in English.
That surprises many learners.
Now let's do a mini practice together. I'll say a situation and you think of a sentence.
Situation 1. You're not sure about your evening plans.
Possible answer, I might stay home tonight.
Situation 2. You want to ask permission politely.
May I open the window?
Situation 3. You're talking about habits.
I often read before bed.
Situation 4. You're thinking carefully.
Perhaps we should wait.
Great job, everyone. And remember, speaking out loud is very important.
Even if your pronunciation isn't perfect, keep practicing confidently.
Confidence grows little by little.
Final structure review for this section. May and might mean possibility. May means polite permission. Perhaps means thoughtful possibility. Often means repeated habits. Keep using these words daily and your English will sound much more natural.
Okay, now let's talk about common mistakes, because honestly, everyone makes them.
Oh yes, even advanced learners sometimes confuse these words.
Mistake number 1. Using to after may or might.
Incorrect, I may to go. Correct, I may go.
Why is it wrong? Because modal verbs like may and might are followed directly by the base verb.
Same with she might come, not she might to come.
Mistake number 2. Wrong use of perhaps in sentence structure.
Incorrect, perhaps she may be busy.
Correct, perhaps she's busy, or maybe she's busy.
Don't combine perhaps and maybe together unnecessarily.
That creates confusion because both words already show possibility.
Mistake number 3. Wrong position of often.
Incorrect, I go often to the park.
More natural, I often go to the park.
English adverbs can be tricky sometimes.
Especially for learners whose first language has different sentence order.
Here's another funny mistake. I am often drink coffee.
Oh no.
Correct. I often drink coffee.
Or, I am often tired.
The difference depends on the verb structure.
Exactly. With action verbs, I often study.
With to be, she is often busy.
Mistake number 4, thinking may always sounds formal.
Actually, people still use may naturally in daily English, especially for possibility.
Like, it may take a while. That may be true.
Very common expressions.
Here's a humorous example. Imagine someone says, I might probably maybe come tomorrow.
That's too many uncertainty words together.
Native speakers usually keep it simple. I might come tomorrow.
Cleaner and more natural.
Let's do quick practice. Which sentence is correct? I may be late or I may to be late.
The correct answer is A. I may be late.
Remember, no to after may.
Another one. She often is tired, or she is often tired.
The correct answer is she is often tired.
Great job. And remember, mistakes are completely normal. Every English learner makes them.
Honestly, mistakes mean you're trying, and trying is how improvement happens.
So don't be afraid to speak.
Exactly. Progress is more important than perfection. Keep practicing a little every day, and these structures will become automatic.
All right, everyone, it's time for interactive practice. This is one of our favorite parts.
Yes, we'll give you 2 options, and you choose the correct sentence.
Situation 1. You're not sure about your evening plans. Option A. I might stay home tonight. Option B. I might too stay home tonight.
The correct answer is A. I might stay home tonight. Remember, no to after might.
Situation 2. You want to ask your teacher politely. Option A. Can I ask a question? Option B. May I ask a question?
Both are correct, but B is more polite and formal.
Situation 3. You're talking about your routine. Option A. I often call my grandmother. Option B. I call often my grandmother.
A sounds much more natural.
Situation 4. You're thinking carefully during a discussion. Option A. Perhaps we should wait. Option B. Perhaps maybe we should wait.
Correct answer is A. Don't use perhaps and maybe together unnecessarily.
Situation 5. Talking about possibility. Option A. It may rain later. Option B. It may raining later.
Correct. It may rain later.
Excellent work, everyone. Now say your answers out loud again for pronunciation practice.
You can even pause this episode and repeat each sentence slowly.
Another great idea is changing the sentence slightly. Instead of I might stay home, try she might stay home. They might stay home.
That's a fantastic fluency exercise.
You can also change formality levels. Casual, maybe he's busy.
More formal, perhaps he's busy.
We also challenge you to create your own examples using may, might, perhaps, and often.
Write them in the comments. We love reading your sentences.
And don't worry about being perfect.
Real conversation matters more than perfect grammar every single time.
Wow, today's episode was full of useful English. Let's quickly review everything we learned.
First, we learned that may and might are used for possibility and uncertainty.
Second, we learned that may can also be used for polite permission.
Third, we learned that perhaps gives a thoughtful or slightly formal feeling.
And finally, often helps us talk naturally about habits and routines.
We also practice real conversations, pronunciation, sentence structure, and common mistakes.
Most importantly, we focused on speaking naturally instead of sounding like a textbook.
That's the goal here at Englo Talks, helping you use real English in real life.
Remember, fluency doesn't happen in one day.
But small daily practice creates huge improvement over time.
So after this episode, try using may, might, perhaps, and often in your own conversations today.
Even 1 or 2 sentences can make a difference.
Here's a final question for you. Which word feels easiest for you to use now? May, might, perhaps, or often?
Tell us in the comments because we'd love to know.
And if this episode helped you, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to Englo Talks for more English practice episodes every week.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself.
Your English journey matters, and we're happy to be part of it.
Take care, everyone. Keep speaking English every day, and see you next time.